Well, we had a great season last year. That was our highest finish in the last few years. That was definitely the most talented team I've coached in my time here. Fortunately, a lot of those guys are back this year. They're juniors now, well, sophomores and juniors, so they've been through the process. They know what it's like going through a long season. It really comes down to just hard work. We have a very talented team. I mean, these guys all came out of high school and they really knew what they were doing. We're at the point there's not a lot of technique work and things like that need done. It's just a lot of personal accountability. Being totally engaged in our practices, really working on our strategies, especially in doubles. That's something that can be a little bit challenging for college tennis guys. Maybe didn't play doubles coming out of high school. We've built some good doubles teams the last few years, and that's really helped us in our team matches, and that really helped us a lot at the tournament last year. By making all three of those doubles finals, getting all those points. Just a lot of strategy work, good bit of fitness that we do during our practices, and then keeping that good mental focus going into our matches. Because we hit that point in April, we have about 9 matches. 8 of those are conference matches that second half of the season, so it's really important every few days you're playing a conference match to really keep that on-court focus, remember the strategies that we work on in practice.
Last season was W&J's first doubles title since yourself and Jeff won in 2008. What does it take to kind of win a PAC doubles flight, and how can we win more basically?
Yeah, that was really awesome to see us finally win a doubles flight last year at the PAC conference tournaments. First time in years that's been done. It takes a few things. It takes a lot of hard work, especially for doubles. A lot of hard work with your partner. You really have to get to know your partner and their tendencies, know what their skill sets are, know what they're going to do on the court. Definitely takes a little bit of luck too at the tournament. I've seen a lot of crazy matches at the tournament. It's the second, maybe even third time you've seen those teams during the course of the season. So you're a little familiar with your opponent at that point, and it can make for some upsets. And that's really what ended up happening with us. We scored a big upset in the final, very close 8-6 win. And it was pretty impressive to watch. So definitely a little bit of luck, really understanding your own doubles partner, but also knowing who your opponents are, which we definitely get to know very personally throughout the season. So some of the guys to watch this year, our roster is a little bit smaller. We did graduate a couple guys last year. Fortunately, we had a really deep team last year, so we have some guys who are getting some new opportunities this year who are coming off our bench spots. First and foremost, our number 1 player, Sean Carrick, out of Vero Beach, Florida. He's definitely, far and away our best player. Very, very talented junior player in Florida. He was a finalist in first singles last year at the tournament. He was also on that doubles team that won it at the second flight. So he's definitely a big one to watch. I think he could definitely win our conference at the first singles flight this year. And take that most valuable player home with him. That would be really big for us. Our new team captain, Greg Smith. Greg will probably be playing second or third singles this year. He fought through a lot of knee injuries last year. He dropped all the way down to 6th in the lineup, but he still proved to be one of the toughest competitors. Now he's a bit healthier this year, so I think he's going to have a really good season. He's played number 3 before. He played number 3 as a freshman, so we know, how high his talent level is, and his work ethic's just gotten better and better over the years. Got Micah Byram. He is out of Pittsburgh. He was actually the City League champion in his senior year. He will probably be playing also second or third singles. He's going to be a big factor. He's one of our best athletes on our team, former soccer player too. Really small, quick guy. A lot more powerful than you think he'd be. He's going to be a big factor for us. Looking a little bit farther down the lineup, new guy, Ethan Heller. He was actually a walk-on player for us last year. He's going to be stepping in this year. He's definitely going to get a starting spot, probably around 5-6 singles, third doubles, something like that. I think that his game has improved more than anyone's over the past 6 or 8 months. He's going to be a pretty big factor for us at the bottom of the lineup. I think he could really help steal a few match wins for us this year. Let's see, some of the players and teams from the PAC to keep an eye on. Well, Grove City's always won. I mean, they've been really, really tough for decades in this conference. Fortunately for us, they graduated a pretty big class last year. They lost quite a few of their starters. Now, like us, they were a deep team to begin with, so they're still going to be good this year, but we think that we're a little bit more on par with them, and we might have a good shot at them this year. Their number one player by the name of John Graber, senior this year. We've been watching him for years, been watching him get better and better. He'll likely be their number one player. I think he could go head-to-head with Sean Carrick from our team. I'd like to see that match in the first singles final at the tournament. I think that could happen. Other teams to keep an eye on, Thomas More College this year. I saw that they picked up a couple of good players out of the Cincinnati area. I think that they could be a good competitive team. They've been getting better and better. They have a new head coach in place, and he's been doing a great job out there. So that's a team to watch out for. Waynesburg College, we've always battled with them. We've been getting the upper hand the last couple years, but going back 5 and 6 years, they would beat us all the time. That's kind of our backyard rival right there. Their coach Ron Crispin always seems to put up a good team. Again, their number one player, Tim Harris, we've watched him over the last couple years improve and probably become one of the most powerful players in the conference. So it's always a tough match to play against those guys. The Swanson Tennis Center it's absolutely incredible. I grew up playing tennis in Western PA, played in a lot of tennis centers, played at a lot of college campuses, and it's by far one of the nicest tennis centers in the entire region right now. I mean, it looks like a small Division I tennis center, and that's how we plan to use it. There are a lot of advantages to having that tennis center. Obviously, having 6 courts as compared to our old 4-court facility, it's great. We can get through matches a bit more quickly, put some more exhibition matches out. Basically, you can play more tennis on those courts. Court surface is fantastic. The lights are amazing to have. They're beautiful, clear LED lights. During our women's season, we played well into the night for some matches and practices. If we get a rainy day in the afternoon, well, we just wait until it dries off in the evening, turn the lights on, go out there. We don't miss a day of practice. Same thing with matches. We have to hold night matches sometimes. Gives a different feel. You just don't see that very often at Division III, Division III tennis. So it's really something kind of special. Viewing wise, it's a great facility to watch tennis. You can look down on our bottom 3 courts. You can walk all the way around our upper 3 courts. You get some great views. We've had some really good crowds this past year for our women's season, and I expect a lot more of the same for the guys' season. I know the guys themselves were just saying the other night how much they love playing at that new tennis center. It's a big confidence booster for our program.